So we're here in Shana Rabbah, going into Shmiini עצרת, Semachas. So we have Shivim Panim LaTorah. Torah has 70 faces. We have Avonisechem Abdilim Hashem Hu Elikim. It's Elikim is a projection. It's the way it shows up. It's the Chaimer. It's the way things show up here on planet Earth when we are here in a physical world. Creator, the Earth stops at some point, and from there it goes levels until it shows up into in a physical. We have physical bodies, and once we are in physical, there is separation. Once there is separation, that means there is friction. Separation means that the way it is now, that is in separation, is that we don't have boundaries. We overstep each other's boundaries, so there's friction, and it's due to the force of tzimtzum, the gravity pull that's pulling us in, because it's trying to separate the dough. But really, what it's supposed to be doing is like making little little houses. That we should each have ishtachas gafna, ishtachas teinasa. Everybody should be sitting under their tree and holding space within their kav, where they are coming out of Kriyas Yamsef, and from there the Shvatim walking through, and we're having our kav, but we are in the squeeze. So we have the whole Yom Tov, we were being makif karbanas for all the Shivim Sarim, for all the 70 Sarim from different nations. Why? Because we have to give them food also. As we are elevating, as we are going up and downloading more oiris and more chasadim are coming in, we have to cool off all the lines. All the tzanoiris have to be cooled off, so we give them too, for many reasons. A, to distract them, keep them busy. B, just to feed them, because if everybody has to give, coming down from top of the food chain. Food has to be supplied for everybody, so there has to be shefa going to everywhere, but through us. Now that we are in Shana Rabbah, is, just to give a quick summary, Shana Rabbah is called the Chosem B'Tei Chosem, which we have the first seal is done on the Ila. That's when we get the real seal. The second seal is called, comes with the Shem is Gematria, comes out to Mishnah, which is Mishnah Lamelech. It's the second seal. It's not as good as the first one, but seal means that there is a level of protection. I now have a level of knowledge, a level of understanding, a level of mindfulness and presence, that what shook me and moved me last year I'm going to be able to hold this year. And we keep moving and moving. We keep going and going forward. So now we have the second seal is Shana Rabbah, which happened. That's why we say Mishnah Torah. We have the five chamashim. The first four is we call Torah. The second one is just the repeats. It's called Mishnah. It's called Mishnah Torah. So we're going into so Shana Rabbah up until 12 we said Mishnah Torah, because that's when we're building the seal for Malchus. Malchus is also Lesle Megar Maklum, which means that it doesn't hold anything of its own. It just holds what's been given to it. The same way Sefer Devarim doesn't hold anything of its own, so to speak. It's just the repeat of everything that's been given to us, and it holds everything. It's Malchus. It holds everything. This is how we went into Israel. This is what we took with us, Sefer Devarim, so to speak. And so then we're going to Shana Rabbah. There's the second seal, and that's where we go out and we check the shadow. To see if you can see your tzelem. Okay, so the vart with the tzelem is tzila de mahem menusa. We're going to switch topic for a minute. I want to go into Pesach. We have machal de mahem menusa. We eat the matzah, which installs a munah within us. And now we are going in the sukkah. The sukkah is tzeladam amenusa, which is, once again, when I'm out in the sun, I can't see myself. When I get into the shade, that's when I can see the color of my skin. That's when I can see what I have inside. So too, we're going into the sukkah, we get to express and we get to feel the what we're made out of. You may not notice the level of emunah that you have because you have no choice. You have it. It's a part of you. It's a part of the DNA. We just can't see it because the sun, the light is so strong. So I can't. So we're going into the shade. As I walk into the sukkah, once again we have a chance to express and feel what I'm made out of. What that really means. We're talking here in klal. And in Prat, it's in Prat. It's a different subject, but you can meditate on this, to be present with yourself. Chavaya, just being present with yourself. Today is Hoshana Rabbi, which once again, the second seal, the final seal is sealed. Whatever as Mechasma, that's why we said a good kvittel, because we can still change it till Shmiני Atzeres. So the word is that what's the avodah for today? The avodah today is, first of all, as far as we're concerned, of course, Torah, learning Torah, oisias. We eat because that's how we're whole. We create letters for oisias for the oiras that's coming in. That's why the women cook. Men can cook too, but they cook. That's how they harness the light. And then we have a meal, and everybody eats together to see them. That's how we harness the energy in physical, also in Behemoth. We have to do that. So just to be present, to say have a little l'chaim, a wine, and be present with self, while the process of the chasima is going on. It's remember, the first Rosh Hashanah, it's colorless. The light comes in raw. There is no shape. There's no oases for it. As we keep going, that's the level of the gevuras. There's the process of the gevuras, and then comes in the chasadim. The kindness comes in, and over sukkahs we are with the lulav and all that. We are becoming more colorful. We're painting the picture. So what does that mean? That means, as we said many times before, there's a tzelem. It's a picture being flashed. Light keeps flashing. The way I pose for the picture, that's how I'm going to show up. So today is an opportunity to pose for the picture, to be present, the simcha. And to tap into my inner desires of what I want. This is not hard, complicated work. It's just being present. It's called chavaya, just beleben sich, feeling and being present with yourself. Now, the faces that we are showing up in separation, that is through, obviously now it's in Golos through the Ayin Sodom. It's part of the structure. Now today when we do the shanas, we hit the shanas 5 times. That's keneged the Hegevuras, which is that we are breaking it down. The faces, it's avanesechem avdilim. There was a question asked, how do we show the Eibishter that we really want to do only His will and we really want to be connected to Him? How do we, in other words, the question is really, how do we communicate with Him? Or where within me is it real when I feel that I'm connected? The answer is that He is pushing forward. Chasadim keep pushing forward. It's always there. It's His manifestation, it's His emanation, it's His projection. We are just in an egotistical body that is putting the brakes on it. It's like when you're being pushed down, you're running the mountain, or when you're being pushed from behind, especially by the kafas. Somebody will push you and you want to slow it down, and the guy is just pushing. That's what we are doing. We're just slowing down because we don't know how the ego is trying to process it. We're trying to process something that is faster than something that can be processed. It's just not faster. It's really learning how to surrender to it. Okay? So by doing the Hashanas, we're breaking down the Gevuras, and now we can really get in touch with the Vanesechem Avdilim is that when I'm looking at my friend, I have resistance, there is a friction there. But once I remove the Gevuras, I remove the judgment, I remove the dinim, and I remove my way of looking at it, the way I was programmed, the way I was looked at, the way we were looked at, the way you were looked at by the other people that were judging, because they were being judged. It's all part of the bigger circle. Once I break that down, I can actually see and I can tolerate, even from the symptom, I can get to a place of the chasadim where I'm sitting, and I can see, even in separation, I can see because ultimately, gevuras come from chasudim. The highest level of separation all comes from chasadim, because that's the only way we can be expressed. That's the only way we can show up. If you just pour water without any consistency in it, then just a runny water. But if you put the flour and you put the water, then it becomes a dough, and it takes shape, it takes structure. Then we can start putting the filler inside, which is the chesadim. So Oishan the Rabbah, breaking down, removing the gevuras, so we can finally get in touch with the chesadim. And from there we're going into Shmiini Atzeres. Shmiini Atzeres is a chag which is ani ve'ata. It's us and Eibishter. That's it. No nations. There on Shmiini Atzeres, there was only one carbon that was being only for us, for Bnei Am Yisrael, that was being in the Beis Hamikdash, that was being makriv. We didn't bring. It's just us and the Eibishter. So it's really a time where throughout the avodah we always had to take in account all our other attributes, the other midas, my other feelings, and working and dealing with it. So, but tonight, Shmini Atzeres is where we're tapping into the ultimate, just me and myself, being present with that. How do we do that? How do I get to that place? Very simple. Netzachoid, the two legs, just walking around the bima, dancing. That's the avodah. That's where we are being shoyev from the fountains of well-being. Well, the kid in the background is really excited, but this is it. What it is, it's the sukkah. Chaim to that. So the avodah for Shmini Atzeres Simchas Torah is just to be Simchas Torah, to dance with the fact that we have a Torah. Think about it. Look at the other nations that don't have a Torah. What's their connection? What's the centerpiece? What are they connecting to? What's the center of their events, and what's the center of our event? How powerful is that we have something that is power generated? It's called Torah, and this is where we're being yearning from. This is where we're drawing from. That's our motherboard. That's our supplier, and that's where we're all being shefeah from. So get real with it. Have an awesome yantiv. Say l'chaim. There's only one way to do it. There's only one way to, before you before you bring a carbon oil, you give it water to drink from a gold cup, so you can take the skin off easily. So if you want to take off the skin easily, you have to give the behemoth some drink. So l'chaim, have a simchas yantiv, and looking forward l'shana ba b'Yerushalayim. That's it right now. L'chaim.